Well, it's the day before Thanksgiving. Here at the Tar Heel Huddle, usually what I do is I start preparing the turkey. But I thought to myself, let's do something a little bit different this year. Follow me. Now, I'm not exactly sure how legal this is, but we decided to go a little bit different route, given the circumstances, and check this bad boy out. Look at this baby. Woo-wee! Yes, sir. That is a 100% genuine wolf's head. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to get that daggone wolf's head out here on a nice little pan. Make sure you got the proper PPE for sanitary reasons. Woo-wee! Look at that thing, baby. That's about a 15-pound wolf head. Can't wait to fry it, man. But first, we got to remove the insides. So we'll come in here. Looks like the brain. Not a very big brain, but they're not very intelligent animals. And then, for some reason, they like to keep the spine. So we're just going to remove that daggone spine from this wolf because they don't really have a spine anyway. So now that we've got everything removed, we're ready to move on to the next step. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little Zataran's Cajun injector and we're gonna put it in this old wolf's head, man. And I bet you it's just gonna give it the perfect Cajun twang. Now, once you've emptied 2 jars of Creole butter into this here's wolf's head, then you're gonna wrap it up and let it marinate overnight. And I just put him to bed. So he's all tuckered out. He's gonna have him a little rest before we cook him up tomorrow. Stay tuned to see how it tastes.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, it is finally time to talk about Carolina, NC State, just plain old good-fashioned hate, baby. This is the game that your boy circles on the calendar every single year, and I cannot wait to jump into this thing, bro. But first, shout out to my huddle hooligans for helping me keep the lights on in this thing. You guys motivate me every day to keep this thing going, and it is crazy to me that we're about to finish our second football season as a channel. Man, dude, it's crazy how time flies, man. But I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate all of your support. You guys are the heroes of the stinking huddle, man. Secondly, $300 score prediction and call-in show will be Friday night at 8 p.m. You call into the show. You tell me what you think about this football game and your favorite Carolina versus State memories. And you predict the correct score to win 300 bones. Forgive my voice once again, man. My voice is stinking gone, so I probably sound crazy right now, but it'll be all right. And last but not least, live reaction and watch party for the last regular season football game of the year. And obviously with the recent news that the UNC Tar Heels will be moving on from Hall of Fame head coach Mack Brown. This one, my friends, is important and you will not want to miss it, man. So come hang out with your boy as the Heels defend Kenan Stadium against the evil Wolfpack from West Raleigh. But first, let's take a little trip down memory lane.
be overruled. McClendon, the tailback. Davis will line up under center. State with no timeouts. 30-24, Carolina. Davis steps under center. Gibson and McClendon behind him. Davis with motion by Richard. Will give the ball to McClendon. He leaps. Oh! He doesn't get in. He fumbled the football. Carolina holds. The game is over.
He's explosive. Again, Casey Barr's longest field goal is 48 yards. And there's a stiff wind out of the northeast right now at 16 miles an hour, which would be in his face.
Yeah, very important that he does not try to drive this football and give Bernard time to catch it and sort things out.
And if you're on the coverage team, you better contain him. This is a high tail wagger. Bernard will take it at the 26. He'll look for a blocker. He's got a wall. Look out. Bernard to the 40. Will they catch him? Inside the 20. Giovanni Bernard is gone. Touchdown, Carolina. .73 yards, no flags.
I mean, even Farmer Fran has a thing for NC State sadness. So you got the Arrowhead stop, the TA fumble, Gio's return, man. Those are just a few of the crazy moments in this rivalry's history, man. So what will we see this Saturday? Let's think and talk about it, bro. The 6-5 North Carolina Tar Heels host the 5-6 NC State Woflpack at beautiful Kenan Stadium in the state of North Carolina's Super Bowl. The Heels have locked up a bowl bid. However, the Wolfpack, well, they have to win this football game or they'll be home for Christmas. And I, for one, would love nothing more than for the NC State Woflpack to be sitting at home watching stinking Big Bro in the postseason. Between Dave Doran's ridiculously stupid comments, planting their flag on our 50-yard line, and 3 straight L's to an inferior Wolfpack team, bro, I am chomping at the bits, man, for some stinking revenge. Now the Heels lead the Wolfsack all time on the gridiron, 68-39 with 6 ties. Although you will hear State fans frequently tell you that half of them don't count because of a plethora of reasons. It's typical little brother stuff, man, if you ask me. The Pack have, however, won the last 3 and 7 of the last 10, which is obviously something as a Tar Heel fan that cannot happen, bro. Now the Wolfpack are led by head coach Dave Doran, who has an 86-64 record in his 12th season in West Raleigh. Their leading passer is the 6'6", 190-pound freshman quarterback C.J. Bailey, who has 1,941 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. He's also got 201 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns, with 3 of those coming in their loss to Georgia Tech. State's leading rusher is the 6', 215-pound senior running back Jordan Waters, who has 410 yards on 85 carries, which is good for 4.8 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns. But a guy that Carolina fans really need to keep their eyes on is the 5'11", 182-pound freshman running back Hollywood Smothers, who has 61 carries for 349 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, and 4 touchdowns. Smothers has some home run capability, man. A little bit more shifty of a back, and he's a guy that's elusive, so you got to stink and tackle him. And the Pack's leading receiver is the 6'3", 235-pound junior tight end Justin Jolie, who has 576 yards on 37 receptions for 3 touchdowns. Now, the Heels are led by Hall of Fame head coach Mack Brown, who has a 113, 78-1 record at the University of North Carolina. The Heels' leading passer is the 6'1", 230-pound senior quarterback Jacoby Criswell, who has 2,179 yards passing with 12 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. And JC also has 3 rushing touchdowns. The Hills' leading rusher is the 6', 220-pound All-American junior running back, O'Marion Hampton, who has 1,475 yards rushing on 259 carries, good for 5.7 yards per carry, and 14 touchdowns. He's also got 295 yards receiving with a touchdown in the air. And the Hills' leading receiver is a 6'2", 210-pound senior wide receiver, J.J. Jones, who has 551 yards on 31 receptions for 5 touchdowns. Now that we looked at the individual stats, let's take a look at the team statistics. NC State is averaging 365.5 yards per game. That's 89th in the country, and they're scoring 28.6 points per game, 62nd in the country, while giving up 376.4 yards of offense, which is good for 80th in the country, and 30 points per game, 102nd in the country. So this is not the same defense that Carolina has faced over the course of the last 2-3 seasons. The Hills are averaging 419.4 yards per game, good for 42nd in the country, and 32.5 points per game, 35th, while giving up 369.3 yards per game, 72nd in the country, and 27.6 points per game, giving up on defense, 84th in the country. Once again, fairly decent offense. Obviously, it's a little one-sided with the run game, but fairly decent offense. And once again, just a very porous defense, but not as bad as NC State's. So now that we've looked at all the individual and the team stats, let's take a look at Russ's 3 keys to a Tar Heel victory, baby. And key number 1, plain and simple, baby, get your tickets to the Big O Show. This is possibly the last football game that O'Marion the Great will play in Carolina Blue, and he needs to go out with an absolute bang. And considering that Chip Lindsey had a brain fart last week and only gave him 11 carries against Boston College, the Big O Express should be ready to get downhill on those stinking tracks, bro. And if there are wolves in the way, then there are wolves in the way. 35 carries is the minimum he gets in this football game. 35. And there should be 50,000 Big O tickets sold for the Big O Express. It's time to stinking get downhill, bro. Key number 2, bracket Bailey. Carolina's going to have to do a good job of bracketing CJ Bailey on their pass rushes. The defensive ends cannot just shoot straight up field and open up running lanes for Bailey to squirt out and hurt us with his legs. He is a very capable passer. Young guy, but capable passer. But you cannot compound the problem by letting him hurt you with his feet as well. You have to be sound in the pass rush. He destroyed Georgia Tech and kept them in the game with his feet. Carolina cannot allow that to happen. And key number 3, simple, bro. Simple. Play with pride and passion. 3 straight losses to inferior NC State teams. The planting of their ugly Wolfie flag on our stinking logo. Dave Doran's comments. Mack Brown's last home game. Good stinking night. Can you ask for any more fuel for the stinking fire? Carolina was passionless against BC last week. Carolina was passionless against State last year in Raleigh. If you have any dog at all in you, this is the game where you expend it all. I need 60 minutes of controlled and disciplined hate for the man in front of you. The man that's wearing that crappy red color. For the guy that's got that goofy looking Looney Tunes character on the side of his helmet. Yeah, that guy. For 60 minutes, you are 100%, figuratively speaking, his sworn enemy. Treat him like that. And that'll take us to the prediction portion of the show. And now for my 2 cents. The ESPN matchup indicator gives the North Carolina Tar Heels a 66% chance of beating the Wolfpack, with the Heels currently being 3-point favorites at the house. And here we go. There is nothing more important in the entire world, after Thanksgiving of course, than North Carolina securing this victory against NC State. Dave Doran's comments over the past few years, the flag incident, Mack Brown's last home game, 3 straight L's to the Wolfpack, a chance to keep that JV program at the house during the postseason. And Kenan Stadium should be rocking as we send Mack off in grand fashion. The question is, can Carolina actually get it done? I think we see O'Marion Hampton really wear those boys down. And NC State sees firsthand that you ain't as big and bad as you thought you were. Give me North Carolina 23, NC State 21 in an absolute barn burner. And they carry Mack Brown off into the sunset, or actually it's going to be nighttime by that point, into the moonlight. And we talk about this game for years and years and years. So you let me know what you think about this rivalry down in the comment section. Tar Heel and Wolfpack Nation. Is your boy onto something? Or am I sitting up there in the stinking nosebleeds having no idea what I'm talking about? Happy Thanksgiving to all of my fellow North Carolinians. You make sure that you spend time with your family. Enjoy the North Carolina Super Bowl this weekend. And we'll see you for Friday on the call-in show. Go Heels, beat State, and we'll see you soon, baby.